16 Virtual Console is dead. I'm joined this week by the indomitable Psy Guy, or Dan, Julian, or DJ09, and the elusive Ray to Chaos, or
You gonna get it right?
or aka Larone. Prefers Ray to Chaos, if you're into that.
There you go.
So yeah, this week a lot of Nintendo news. Well, relatively.
Yet again.
Yeah, it's the Nintendo. It's the Nintendo podcast. So, starting off by talking about the biggest piece of Nintendo news, I think anyway, is the Nintendo Online finally talking about what the heck it is, what its features are, and its pricing, which is very interesting. So let's get into it. It's about as lackluster as we expected.
Okay, we don't have details about the infrastructure or anything. I mean, maybe it's
so like assurances that this is going to be better than their existing online that's free.
Yeah, that's the question.
I mean, we don't know, but it's we're assuming it's going to be better.
Like they have money to actually pay for the infrastructure. That's the idea behind this.
Yeah.
Yeah, theoretically.
I mean, at least I'm assuming that it's going to be better than the free online they have now.
I don't know.
I find it interesting that the article seemed to imply that not everything was going to require this to play online.
Yeah,
Maybe
it did.
Reading it wrong.
What? Yeah, I don't think that it's necessarily required. Give them a style plays and compatible games.
I think it is.
No, if you look to the FAQ, which games require Nintendo Switch Online to access online play? And it says other games will vary. It says like ARMS, Splatoon, Mario Kart 8, Deluxe, blah 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 will require Nintendo Switch Online membership, but other games will vary.
Yeah.
So I guess you don't need it
for certain games.
Huh?
Potentially.
This is actually an important caveat. If you have multiple Nintendo Switches, you only need one online account, only one payment, and it'll apply to all of them.
Yeah, there's a family plan that you can do.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
That's actually useful.
Yeah, up to 8 Nintendo accounts can be linked to one family. So, that's pretty cool.
I think that's good for Nintendo. That's one of the pros of this.
Yeah, and it makes a lot of sense for like quote unquote portable console, since they were talking like what we were talking about last week, where Nintendo wants the Switch to be a multiple per household console, not a one per household console.
Right.
Yeah.
So that fits right in with that. Not making people pay for online more than once in a household. So all right, let's quickly run over what's in it. So online play for games, hopefully better. We don't know. Nintendo Entertainment System Switch Online. So you can right now they'll start with 20 games and you can play all of them as long as you have the online thing. And some of them have new functionality like online play, which is very interesting.
Like that.
Like, yeah, NES games with like online stuff, that's pretty sick.
That's my favorite part of this this announcement.
Yeah. Now here's my least favorite part of this announcement. Kind of. So save data cloud backup, that's good, but it sort of confirms that like this is the only way you'll ever be able to back up your save data. Maybe that won't be true, but I'm a little
I think this is going to be the only way. Knowing...
Yeah. Yeah. Like, I mean, whatever. At least they're adding it, but still, you should be able to back up your save to physical media. But whatever. Nintendo Switch Online app.
Actual garbage.
Yeah.
Is this the thing you were talking about? Where like.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is you. Yeah, if you want to do voice chat or anything like that in the game, you need to use the companion smartphone app.
So, okay, my thing about this is that
Now
I think it's fine to have an online app, but it shouldn't have like core functionalities like voice chat tied to this app. I think it would have been fine if it was like you can check leads and like battle statistics only on this app, but you also need it for voice chat.
Right. Honestly, the app should not like it should like give you parity with some stuff that you have online, like, you know, whatever. It like if it could do all the things that it could do, that'd be fine as long as the Switch could also do those things. But it can't.
Yeah.
Yep.
The app is replacing functionality for the Switch, which is
You might as well use Discord at this point.
right.
That's what people are gonna.
Right.
Well, can you connect with like strangers through the voice chat, like who you're randomly in a lobby with?
It is.
Yeah,
That
there's
might be for it.
They actually, I don't think they actually say.
Over-
Oh,
there's an online lounge.
no, yeah, you have to be invited.
You can use voice chat openly with friends while in the online lobby and during all.
So just use Discord instead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, like you can. That's kind of weird that you can't do. I mean, I guess it's kind of not in Nintendo style to allow like random voice chats.
Yeah.
Like
those are like delving into games like Splatoon. And Splatoon is made for random voice chat. You know, it's a shooter.
Yeah, but it's Nintendo.
Yeah.
Like I guess like for the people who are like more competitive or whatever, they'll probably just insta add everyone on the team and then like they'll do it, but
right.
Man, what a pain.
Yeah,
like you should be able to opt in
says,
to voice chat, to like random voice chat. Like okay, I can get I can get like not having that as a default functionality, but like then you could have an opt in, you could put that behind parental controls or whatever you want to do.
Absolutely.
Like
right.
that's the solution.
All of the parental controls.
Yeah.
Nintendo made a big deal about the Switch's parental controls too. Like I remember them
releasing
videos when the Switch came out.
Yeah, so they could integrate all of that easily within the parental control system.
Well, Lerone told me that the Switch doesn't have, or you guys might have said it earlier, like the Switch doesn't have voice chat features in general.
Yeah, right? It doesn't. Yeah, the Switch itself doesn't. It's all through the Nintendo Online.
That's crazy.
Like, and there's no real reason, as far as I can tell, that it couldn't. I mean,
like I thought.
I guess it's a little underpowered, but like
the Switch wasn't built with that, like at all. Like you can't voice chat at all.
Yeah, there's no mic. There's no mic built into the Switch itself, and
right.
I don't know. I don't even know if the headphone jack has like the fourth pin for like for like a microphone. You know how like phones have the extra fourth pin for microphones on a headphone set? I don't know if the Switch actually has one. So it's totally possible the Switch doesn't even have a microphone input at all.
I could see it. It's Nintendo.
Yeah, that would be weird because it's just like extremely inexpensive to just throw it in there. Nintendo is known for just throwing in little things like that in case they use them.
The Wii U has voice chat.
Yeah, it does. The gamepad has a microphone on it even.
Why does the Wii U have more features than the Switch?
The Wii U definitely has more features than the Switch. Let's get that straight.
It doesn't.
It does.
It does.
Yeah, like it's straight up does. Like,
why does it have more features?
Because that's not their focus right now. Some stuff seems pretty basic, yeah, like a microphone that, like, Nintendo doesn't even have to do anything with it. They could just, like, expose it to games, and games could choose to do something with it.
Right.
But they don't, so.
Bleh.
Yeah, bleh. And what's this last thing? Special offers. Stay tuned for news on special deals and offers for members. Well, whatever. All right, this is the more interesting part. Pricing.
Do you want to talk about the pricing?
Yeah, it's really cheap. So that's good.
Very cheap. Yeah. $20 a year. That is nothing.
For individual membership. For family membership, it's $35 a year.
But even then, that's for up to 8. Yeah. 8 Switches for
So, like-
$35 a month. That's crazy.
So like, can you just like you and like a friend?
Yeah, I don't think
Get
anything would
this together
particularly
and-
stop you.
So,
So-
basically, if you can find one other person, you can get a $5 discount.
Right.
Yeah, or $2.50 discount individually, but $5 total.
And at that point, you're only paying $2 a month each. It's pretty good.
Yeah.
It is not an
I'm
expensive
surprised
service.
it's this. I'm surprised it's this cheap.
I mean, they're not offering
It's
that much,
really
but then again, I mean, they're not offering that much, but neither does Xbox Live or any of those. They don't offer very much either, and it's way more expensive.
How much is
thought it-
Xbox Live?
I
And
thought it was
PS4
$5 a
Plus?
month.
Is it? I don't know if they've gotten cheaper over time or whatever. I know at one point they were pretty darn expensive.
I feel like Mitch would know. Where's Mitch?
Mitch is not with us this week.
I know, but why?
I don't know.
Conflicting schedules. That's what he said.
Yeah.
I thought that was why he couldn't come next week.
No, that's today.
No.
60
$10 a
to
month for PSN and 60 for a year is a recent price increase to 60.
yeah, 60 a year
60
Yeah.
a year so that's
for
$5
Xbox
a
Live.
month.
$5
And
a
the
month.
main benefit is the monthly games they release, and 11 out of 12 months it's all hot garbage. So
So it's 3 times more than the Nintendo one for a year.
And Xbox is 60 a year.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's actually pretty sweet. I mean, if they're gonna actually take this money and do something useful with it, and it's enough money to do these theoretical useful things, then that's a pretty sweet deal.
Yeah, Nintendo does have a pretty huge customer base, so they got that.
I'm
Like, if
inclined to
this is-
buy this.
And they've
just
done
because it's so cheap.
they've done semi decent online services for free for a long time. I say semi decent.
Yeah.
So like
very,
this should
very
only be an
emphasis-
improvement on that, and anything else would be unacceptable. Just about. So I have some faith. Nintendo has having that little more money to work with. And
Do
just
you guys
like
think they're gonna go all the way? Go ahead.
no, I was just saying like having customers paying for a service, like it does push them to like want to make it better like reputation wise. Like if it's
Mhm.
something you pay for with
Right.
Nintendo, it's usually supposed to be good.
I
It is?
have. It's supposed to, yeah.
Yeah. Nintendo's all about reputation.
There's the Nintendo seal of quality back in the day.
Is that not still a thing?
that makes me feel good.
I don't think it's still a thing. I might be wrong about that. I don't see it on recent like box arts or anything.
I think I have Nintendo box art nearby.
I've only got Wii U era stuff, but
There's still the official Nintendo seal. That's what was that what you guys were talking about?
Yeah, they had like a seal of approval.
yeah, they have like it's for like third party stuff,
Okay.
like their official like quality seal or whatever. Yeah, I know what you're talking about, but I have no idea if it's still a thing.
An official Nintendo seal of quality.
Then again, that means nothing to me because that Nintendo Monopoly set I have has the official Nintendo seal of quality, and that thing is hot garbage. Wait, no, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. That's right. It has something that's shaped like the Nintendo seal, but there's nothing in it. It's just gray.
That's
How
they
is it
got you.
garbage?
Never mind.
How's it hot garbage?
Dan, have you used that Monopoly set? I think you have.
Yeah.
It like does everything wrong. Like you wouldn't think it's possible.
How do you do Monopoly?
Like,
wrong?
How
it's-
do you mess it up?
Like the game is fine. Like it's just normal Monopoly, so nothing wrong there. But like everywhere you look, they've done things wrong. Like the currency is like crappy. Like it's the same a number of bills for every single currency. And they don't
I
they don't
remember
actually
that.
have the right amounts at all. Like if you wanted to play with like 5 people, there's not actually enough 20s to do it. Like with the correct amounts, you have to like but they have
Wow.
equally as many 500s as they do 20s. So like
What?
that's like all over the right. They have just the same amount for all of them, but it's just some random number they picked. And then like the spaces they're not places in the Nintendo universe. They're characters for some reason. which is
Which
which makes no sense. The
so
art
it's slavery now.
and the art is like not consistent. It's all over the place. Like some of them are 3D, some of them are like 2D, some of them are like comic drawings. I don't even know where some of them are from at all. Like the art is like all over the place. The tokens are
I'm
fun.
still not past buying characters.
Yeah, you buy characters.
That's a little weird. I can buy
And then-
Peach.
I
The
remember like it was question block and regular block instead of community chest and chance.
yeah, it's
Well, that's- I think
question
that's
block
fine.
and
That's fine.
and regular block, which isn't the
Yeah, that's
worst.
fine.
But
They
I
could have been
remember
more
like
creative with
some
them.
of the question block and block cards were just like the exact Monopoly cards, which didn't make sense in the context of the game.
Yeah. Yeah,
They were
it would
that lazy.
So I just got lazy.
they would just throw
Yeah.
a picture of Mario on there and be like, "You owe $10." It's just like- oh yeah, it's still houses and
That's
hotels too.
actually-
It's houses and hotels. Like the pieces are just the normal houses and hotels, but they call them something different. They call them like stars and something. But the
I
pieces
think
are
it's like
like
one up and
stars and
something.
no stars and one ups. Yeah, it's
Okay,
stars.
they didn't even try.
It's stars and one ups, but the pieces
They
are just
really didn't
normal
try.
houses and hotels. It's
Yeah, Aaron said they still have houses. They say token even though they use.
yeah, that's right. Like the money is like supposed to be something else, but
Why wouldn't
just-
they use like
it's just
coins or rupees or something?
also all the bills look exactly the same except for the number on them and the color. Like it's just a picture of Mario. That's the
That's just being lazy. Okay.
so yeah, that's basically the gist of it. It's top down, extremely lazy.
It's just a card with Mario saying you owe $10.
That card may or may not actually exist.
But that's
the gist of it is
that card actually
true.
exists. That card actually exists.
Wow.
It doesn't say like you owe $10. It's like give bank $10 or something like that, which just like a picture of Mario on it. Yeah.
I feel like I could be wrong. The get out of jail free card is identical to the regular Monopoly
Yes, it is.
Monopoly get out of jail free card, except it's Mario instead of the Monopoly guy. But jail isn't called jail, so it says get out of jail free, but there's technically no jail because
That's
it has
right.
a different name.
Yeah, no, that's right.
Yeah, Aaron just
Yeah,
the
the
get out
guy-
of jail is the exact same. Wow, okay, that's just being lazy.
It is a spectacularly bad. Oh yeah, the
What's
last
better?
thing is the bank, like like the plastic tray that the bills go in. Nothing actually fits in it, like correctly at all. Like they're not like the
Okay,
slots.
How does it get packaged?
It gets packaged like the bills came in all just one big stack and whatever. But like then when you try to use the bank for like the game, like the only way to do is slot them in vertically, but that doesn't work at all. They just kind of fall right out and everyone gives up on trying to use it very quickly. It's yeah. It's something else. Anyway, that didn't have the Nintendo seal of approval, so that was sort of a pointless
That was a
venture.
good tangent.
Yeah, I have it, so you can bless yourselves with a game of Nintendo hack-ass Monopoly.
What's worse, Nintendo Monopoly or anti-Monopoly?
Anti-Monopoly is worse in gameplay, but Nintendo Monopoly is worse in quality.
That sounds about right.
It is the lowest quality Monopoly set I've ever come across. Okay. So, Nintendo Online? Anyone else? Anything?
Yeah, I have something else to say about it. Do you guys think they're gonna release up to Wii for the classic games or Wii U even?
Well, Wii U, they're just porting everything, so no.
They're porting Wii U games, so absolutely not on the Wii U.
Yeah.
I would
Right.
think I would really, really like to have like the full 64 virtual console that like the Wii U and the Wii had, but I
Yeah.
can't imagine them getting that just by paying for a subscription. I would be fine if they got like some cool SNES games on there.
I think that's inevitable. I
They
think
kinda have to
SNES,
do
SNES for
SNES.
sure. Yeah,
Yeah.
SNES I think is inevitably coming.
N64 is a little questionable, but I think that's kind of
Yeah,
guaranteed too.
N64 is really questionable. I was surprised when they brought it to the Wii U. Like that really surprised me. I'm glad they did it.
Yeah, I could see them not in that pretty easily. Just like because the way they're doing the NES Virtual Console is like you get the games for free just by having the online subscription.
Yeah.
Right?
I don't think they'd do that for 64.
Probably
Um,
not, but like you know, if they ever did like a premium online or something, like a step up, and they could have that as one of the features or something like that. That maybe could happen at some point in time down the line. I don't know if Nintendo's about that life, because Nintendo does try to avoid having tiers with stuff, which kind of makes sense,
right.
because they don't
Yeah.
want like people feeling superior over other people or whatever.
I mean,
That's very respectable.
they're dipping their toes into this online pricing stuff.
That's true.
Breath of the Wild had an expansion pack. You never know.
Yeah, and I guess like
They could do tiers.
the online service now costs money, and if you're a non-subscriber, you're a pleb, and you don't get any of the special offers or cloud backup or also the cloud
Yeah,
backup.
it
If
says in
you
the,
lose your online subscription, do you lose your cloud backup?
I guess so.
I feel like
Tied
you
to
would
the
need to.
Is that-
I feel like they would probably maybe keep it, and then like if you got it later, you could get it.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
And their
Isn't
Q
there
and
a-
there's a Q&A question about about more details for Save Cloud Backup, but it says more details will be released soon. So we don't actually know.
Okay.
I'm assuming they'll eventually say what the terms and conditions on that are, but for now we have no idea.
Do you guys prefer Virtual Console, or do you think this subscription-based service is a good replacement?
It depends. It depends.
On the library.
Service.
Yeah,
Obviously.
it depends on how much they offer with it, I guess.
Yeah,
As long as they
absolutely.
like keep adding
I'm-
stuff and don't remove stuff, like I think the online blows it out of the water in that case.
Yeah. Hopefully they won't remove games.
Right, that's the thing. If they just
Especially
like
since-
do like 20 games at a time or something like that, or like games like fall off, kind of like Netflixy sort of thing where some things fall off while new things come on. They do that, which I don't see a reason why they would do it.
Yeah, the reason Netflix does it is
Yeah, they
because
don't own everything.
people-
Right.
Yeah,
Right.
people
Yeah,
are-
since Nintendo's doing it with all their own content, I doubt they're gonna do that. Like they don't have any
Yeah, I
good
think this
reason
works
for
better
it.
for the Switch too, because the internal memory for the Switch is so low.
If I
Well,
could
actually,
buy-
I don't
if
know.
I-
Do-
But for
ahead.
NES games, that's kind of
I-
irrelevant.
yeah,
y-
I
yeah,
could
so
get Final.
go ahead. Sorry.
Sorry about that. If I
No,
could
go ahead.
play Final Fantasy VI on the Switch, I'd just buy one right now.
Yeah. Yeah,
But-
memory's not really a concern though. Like you can, I think the entire NES library of every game ever released for the console is like less than a gig.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Those games are tiny, man. Because
Okay.
I have the entire SNES library. I mean, no, I don't. But it's
You have
it's only four and a
a lot of
half.
games.
It's only 4.5 gigs. No, it is the entire library. I mean, it's
Oh.
not though because I would never do such a thing. But
Okay.
it's 4.5 gigs compressed. So like those games
That's
are tiny,
okay.
and that's
They're tiny,
that's
okay.
like 1,100 games. So
Right.
N64 still is pretty small. Not that small, but still pretty small. Like 64 megabytes a game.
But
Mhm.
that's a small library. It's a bunch of crap.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the thing with the N64. Like they don't even need to do that many.
They
games.
would only do one round, and it'd be 20 games, and that'd be it.
Can they?
Okay, there's
I
more
don't
than
know. I don't know
20
if I can come up with
good
20.
games.
I don't even know if I can come up with 20. Yeah, that's 20 is a stretch.
There's more than
20 is
more than
like
20 good games.
20 is the upper.
There
range.
actually isn't.
I could give you some time. I could list more than 20.
You
20
could
good
maybe
games for
make it
what?
to 25 to 30. Those N64.
The N64.
Yeah, the N64
Yeah,
There's
library.
a solid 20 to 25 games that everyone loves, and then It's a bunch of trash after that.
They're saying there's a bunch of shovelware in the N64.
Well, there is. Not to be fair, the SNES had way more shovelware, but it also had
That's true.
a lot of good games. The
You said
SNES
the
just
same
has.
for N64.
I think the SNES has more games published for it than like any console in history. So
More than
Aren't
the
they?
PS2?
I think it might like.
Really?
Cause there was a time where like everyone and their grandma was making games for these consoles. Like there's like games
Before
for like
there was a license.
yeah, like Pepsi or like cereal companies would like make a game for their cereal. Like it was like a part of advertising almost. Like you would just make a game. Like that's just
Was this
nonsense.
before
for
you had to license or before it cost anything?
I think it's like before it cost anything really. Like you just gave Nintendo the game, whatever game you want, give them a label, and they'll pump out cartridges for a fee.
Yeah,
That was the
literally anyone could make games.
yeah. I'll look that up in the background, but I know there was like an incredible number of games made for the SNES.
So completely off topic. Did you know your FAQ on Twitch is like 5 years old and super outdated?
has it become really outdated? I don't know what it says at all.
It still says you're going to IIT, Jake.
Who is that screaming Chinese guy? His name is Rex.
Yeah, it's pretty old.
I mean, I noticed that, but I didn't say anything.
You remember Rex, right, Julian?
I don't get any of these inside jokes.
It's not inside. What? You lived like on the same floor as the guy.
Rex?
Rex was James's freshman year
Did I?
roommate. Yeah,
I'd never met him.
he was the Chinese guy who lived with James down the hall. You're like lived down the hall from this guy. He lived
I
with
don't remember him.
he lived with James, and I was in like James's room all the time, and you guys were there on and off too. So like, what?
I barely remember this dude, or I don't remember him.
Wow, poor Rex. Man.
Marone, do you remember him?
Nope.
Okay.
Well, Dan remembers him apparently.
I don't know. I think I need to disconnect and reconnect to Discord because I can barely hear you guys.
All right. Yeah, wow. This is pretty old.
Pretty sure it's on my end.
Apparently,
Okay.
I am 57 years old, according to this.
Dan's gonna reconnect. I don't know if you heard him. He couldn't.
Yeah.
hear
Wow,
us.
this is old. Oh
Is
yeah.
that an inside joke?
I
You're
still have a
just
donation
a-
link. Oh no, my donation link is dead. So people can't donate to the show.
Wow.
No wonder I haven't
How are
gotten
we
any
supposed to get paid?
donations. Yeah. Oh, whoops. I like how in my
Ryan?
I have my personal best section for speedruns on here, and I have a thing that says WR denotes world record, but I've never held a world record, so there's no reason for that to be there, since none of them have it.
Do you still talk to Tsubaki Rishi?
What?
That's the person who made your profile pic.
Oh. I have no idea who that is.
Wow. It's in your description. My profile picture was made by Tsubaki Rishi.
Yeah, it's not for me though.
Yeah, okay, you just got it.
I asked for permission.
Why is the game is Langugi?
Why is the game is Langugi? Yeah. Yes, indeed.
Langugi.
It's supposed to say why is the game
Is
in
the
that
game
language,
Yeah.
but why is the game is Langugi?
Langugi.
I also spelled grill with one L. Is that supposed to be with two? All right, doesn't matter. Or no, it's not.
Next topic.
Yeah, next topic,
Next
please. Yeah, so we guess we kind of already been talking about this, but the Virtual Console not coming to Switch.
Yeah, I mean,
So in favor of the subscription thing. I think this is sort of confirmation that the subscription thing is going to expand and expand and expand into
Yeah.
eventually basically
at least
being
that
maybe a slightly more limited Virtual Console, but you get all the games at once, so it's like kind of a win.
Well, it has to include GBA in games, right? Like,
GBA games seem like a match made in heaven for the Switch, so
right.
like it's the format.
Mhm.
Then again, SNES games and GBA games are like the same thing.
Basically, GBA and SNES games
Yeah, they're
kind of the same thing, but not really.
GBA has 2 less buttons.
it does have 2 less buttons,
Right.
but the graphics capabilities were pretty darn similar. So yeah,
I'm open to, try this not Virtual Console out.
yeah, and also this doesn't mean this Nintendo could like switch. Like they have no plans to bring classic games under the Virtual Console banner, but like doesn't mean that they said they
could
won't.
Switch.
Right? They could
Yeah, they didn't,
switch.
They didn't say they.
This seems like a kind of sketchy source. A Nintendo spokesperson told Kotaku in an email late last night. Why did they specify it was an email sent late at night? That seems like an unnecessary detail.
I guess it's to say like, oh, look how connected we are. I don't know. I don't know what they're going for with that.
I just feel like that's a very unnecessary detail.
That's kind of funny. This article actually mentions Final Fantasy VI, Dan.
Yeah. Best single player game of all time.
Huh, that's only on
Oh,
Wii
that's
Virtual Console, not Wii U Virtual Console or 3DS Virtual Console for some reason. I didn't know it was that fragmented. I assumed that they had approximately the same libraries, because like once you port the emulator over, isn't that most of the work? Like,
Yeah, you would
Yeah,
think
it is.
so.
I mean, I guess there's probably licensing stuff for games like Final Fantasy VI.
Mega Man X was on the Wii Virtual Console, so like it.
Yeah, but
Maybe it isn't that big of an issue. So,
who
Mega
knows?
Man's a Capcom property.
Nintendo does work more closely with Capcom than they do with Square Enix in general, but
In recent times, that they're working a little bit closer to Square Enix because of
in
Dragon
recent
Quest.
times they basically like are part
Wow.
Capcom.
Eh,
Okay, this is interesting. I didn't notice this the first time I glanced at the article. Hold on. Such as to there are a variety of ways in which classic Nintendo games from Nintendo and other publishers are made available on Nintendo Switch, such as through Nintendo Entertainment System, Nintendo Switch Online, Nintendo eShop, or as packaged collections. Is that something they've done in the past?
I mean, they did do some package collection stuff for like on the Wii U, like the trilogy, the Metroid Prime trilogy, where they put them together and
what trilogy?
That was the Metroid Prime trilogy was
That was a Wii game.
yeah, that was a Wii game.
oh.
Like and then
Well, they
released
offered it
for-
virtually, so that was something that they did.
That's true.
That was the only thing that came immediately
I
to
was a
mind.
little confused about that specific release. Was it a port of the Metroid Prime trilogy that was originally released for the Wii?
It wasn't really a port, I guess, because the Wii U could just play Wii games natively, so I guess it was just a digitization, if anything.
Okay, yeah. That's
Right.
kind of what I thought it was.
Because they didn't add anything. Like, it still used the Wii controls and all that. Like, nothing changed about the games. They're exactly the same.
The Wii controls on Metroid Prime are like
Yeah.
awesome.
I haven't played Metroid Prime 3 yet, but I hear it's good.
It's the worst of the three in my opinion, but I don't think that's a popular opinion.
Really?
I think I've heard that 3 is generally the
Yeah.
worst. But
I think I heard that too. But I'm just now getting into Metroid. Take my word with a grain of salt.
Yeah, I Metroid Prime 2 is my favorite. I love all three of them, but I love 3 the least.
fair enough.
Right.
Yeah, though, GameCube games. Is that gonna happen? Apparently, the company the company has Nintendo said they have nothing to announce on the topic of whether or not Nintendo games or GameCube games will be making their way to the Switch. Nothing
That
to
wasn't
announce
a
on this
no.
topic.
That wasn't a no.
That wasn't a no.
Really?
But they also does Nintendo ever say no? Like, why would they? Like, they can't predict the future, so necessarily like.
They're pretty quick to take down fan-made mods and fan-made
That's
games. If you consider that a no.
What?
You're
They-
just like wedging in your political agenda here.
They gave the entire Smash community a hard no when they released Brawl.
Ouch.
That was
That's-
that was just Sakurai though.
That's true.
Maybe Smash 5 though will be different, right guys? It's gonna be everything you ever dreamt of.
Well, they
You'll see
invited
in a
half.
month.
They invited half Melee players and half Smash 4 players, so it's obviously going to be completely half Melee and half Smash 4. Like they're just gonna.
Oh, that's a good
take
point.
they're gonna
I'll
take
take
half of the
that.
source code from
I
Melee, and they're
actually
gonna take
think
half of
most
the
people
source
would take
code
that.
from Smash 4 and just put them together and see
They're
what
gonna
happens.
dump the source code in the one game and be like, here you go.
We don't know what's gonna happen.
This is what you fucking asked for, like. Like Sakurai just doesn't care anymore. He'll just shovel out whatever the fans want. It's like horrible
That was the
homunculus like of a. Like,
If that was the case, he would make Melee HD.
let's make this disgusting amalgamation of Smash 4 and Melee that isn't fun for anybody.
You mean Brawl? But
No.
I know.
If anything,
Brawl's like the
Smash
wrong
4
direction.
is a mix of Brawl and Melee.
Right.
Almost closer
like
to
the
a mix of
in-between
Brawl and
between those two.
64, to be honest.
Yeah.
More 64-ish than Melee-ish. Like they speed things up a bit, but actually I have no idea why I said it's like 64. It's really not. All right, let's move on.
Yeah, this is a good transition to the.
Yeah,
another
Nintendo
topic.
announced a participant in the Super Smash Bros. Invitational tournament. I'm surprised that I was surprised to see that it's all Smash
Oh, my
players.
Discord's messing up again. I don't know why it's doing this.
I don't know.
I definitely didn't see Mango and Lucky coming.
Mango and Lucky, what is that? Like
Okay,
seriously.
I have very, very fucking strong opinions about this. I
Let
am
it out,
upset-
Dan.
I'm upset at Nintendo. The fact that Mewtwo King isn't in there is a travesty.
I agree.
He wanted it and deserved it more than any single person on this entire planet. And they picked
Yeah.
they picked Lucky.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why did they pick Lucky? He's not like you could kind of tell they were going for an international feel because like I think all 4 Smash 4 players are from a different country. And so like but Lucky's from America, so they can't even like justify it with that. They snubbed Mewtwo King to include Lucky. Why?
Why
even said in the
Lucky? Lucky
description.
is such a strange choice.
Yeah, I don't know. They said in the
Like-
description that they're like join Smash players from around the world. So you're right about that international feel.
Yeah, I just
Why?
don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
Why?
I was
Mewtwo
shocked
King is dead.
HBox isn't in this.
HBox was another obvious pick. I'm less upset about HBox's exclusion.
Yeah, I'm okay
But
with them giving
honestly,
other players
yeah.
a chance instead of HBox, but like,
But he has like
Mewtwo King-
history.
Yeah.
You
It
know,
would've
Yeah,
with
been
they
Luigi
need to write up
King.
another skit.
I guess so.
yeah, but maybe HBox will still like be involved in some way.
But then Red will just call him a dick again.
Yeah,
How dare he talk to Reggie like that? Even though it was clearly scripted.
Yeah, maybe they'll
Right.
make a scripted skit where he tells HBox that he is officially not invited to the invitational. I would like that.
Also, there's only 8 players.
Yeah, instead of
The
16.
last invitational had 16.
Yeah, I wonder if that means they're doing away with all the
Could've.
free for alls. Maybe.
Maybe
Probably
they're doing
not.
a double elimination tournament.
I mean, I don't think
Yeah.
they're doing a full a double elimination top 8. That takes like 4 hours. They're not doing that.
Who knows?
But they could do
No,
a
they didn't
single
take a
elimination
single-
top 8. A single elimination top 8 isn't very long.
Yeah.
No, I think that's what they're doing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Single elimination 1v1 top 8.
Yeah. So that
I also found it interesting how Mango listed for a Nintendo game.
Yeah, he said like his hobby is like eating food with sriracha or something.
His favorite Nintendo game is Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. He was the champion at EVO 2014.
I just looked through this list, and not a single person on this list lists Smash Bros as their favorite Nintendo game.
Nope.
Wait, look at Armada's credentials. To show that he's like a good player who deserves to be here, they put Genesis 2 singles and Genesis 4 doubles.
Yeah.
That's so weird. Why?
He's done a lot. Armada's won a lot of stuff. And
He has.
Yeah, how about
Genesis 2 singles
they mention
and
Evo?
Genesis 4 doubles.
Look at every single player except for Armada mentions Evo, and Plup. Armada and Plup don't get an Evo mention, but every single other person does.
Oh.
And
you know
Armada's
what?
won Evo twice. Has he won it twice?
Yeah.
Just twice, once.
Has he won EVO twice?
He's won at least once.
So 2013 was the year it came back. So 2013 was Mango. 2014 was Mango. 2015 would have been Armada. 2016 was HBox. Who won 2017?
Armada.
What was
Armada.
Armada? Okay.
Yeah, so
Because
he won 2
2016 was when Armada won everything except Evo, and then 2017 was when HBox won everything except Evo.
Okay.
No,
so-
2017 HBox won Evo. What?
No, 2016
No.
Xbox One Evo. Trust me, I remember.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Oh, I remember.
I think they only list Evo and Genesis as the tournaments here because Nintendo sponsors those tournaments.
And that's
You
an
know.
interesting thought. But why not mention Armada's Evo win?
Yeah, I don't know.
Evo wins.
Yeah. Like Mr. is like Lucky. He's like, oh hey, he got top 5 at Evo. Armada doesn't even. It's
Why
weird.
That's
is
a
Lucky
mystery.
here at all? Why
It
is
should be
Lucky
Mewtwo King. Yeah.
Yeah, why is Lucky here? It's just
So
because he's
mad
from
at that.
California. They're just like, oh, we ran up our budget for plane tickets, so
We should.
I guess
we should list
Lucky.
all the
Sure.
players.
Fuck Mr. R. Get Mewtwo King and HBox. Or
yeah.
Mewtwo King and Nairo. Like, Nairo was a
Yeah,
pretty
Naira
good
was
choice.
also snubbed.
Amsa was snubbed. That's what I'm saying.
We should
Who
list
was
the.
snubbed?
Amsa.
Who? Yeah,
Amsa.
Amsa over Abadango. Let's go. No one loves Smash Bros more than Amsa.
I guess, but he's more of like a. He's more well known in this. Well, what's the word I'm looking for? Amsa's good, but he isn't. You know what I'm trying to say.
Abadango.
You're trying to say he sucks.
Yeah, you're trying to say he
I'm
sucks.
not saying he's. No.
He doesn't
Better
even
than-
suck.
Amsa's a better pick than Lucky.
Yeah. Amsa is a better pick than Lucky.
I'd say that. Yeah.
Why is Lucky in this?
Honestly, Zero's retired. Why is he here?
He's
And I guess they
Lucky
had to
doesn't
bring him
actually-
back. But like,
Like, I don't even think Lucky especially wants to be in this. Like,
I mean,
I
I'm
can't
sure he
imagine him being
does.
like-
Why
and
not?
He's like, oh, this is cool. Sure, I'll do it. But Mewtwo King was like literally no one wants this more than me. Like, please, Nintendo, please, I'm begging you, put me in the Invitational.
Yeah.
I'll never understand this. I will never understand why they picked Lucky and Mango and Mr. R and
Yeah, it's not like they
Fluff
like they
and
like if they know these players,
there's
they know Mewtwo King. Like,
Well, I
like
can
the
understand.
the only player who makes more sense than me. Like 7 of these players were worse. Zero's the only player where I'm like, oh, okay, that makes sense. They should have Zero here. The other 7, I would take Mewtwo King over any of them.
yeah,
And I would
like
take Mewtwo King over Zero, but
like
Zero makes a lot of sense.
my
as a
first
pick.
thought was like, oh, maybe Nintendo does. Maybe they think he's too unpredictable or this or that. But like, Mango's here, so like.
Yeah, I didn't expect Mango to
Yeah,
get picked.
Mango is like
There's like
the least expected pick of like any of the top
Definitely didn't expect
Melee
to be
players.
Lucky. Yeah.
there's
Well,
there's
definitely
like
not Lucky, but like Mango, like really?
there's like a 10% chance that Mango's gonna say fuck Nintendo if he gets a mic in front of him. Like that's just a chance that exists. He
Nah,
might
not if C9 tells him
say
not to. It's fine. C9 will tell him don't do it.
I'm putting the chance at 10%, but it's there.
What if he,
That's true.
what if he runs a sub goal like
Sub goals?
7,500 subs and I'll say fuck you Nintendo on stage. Nintendo might then tell him to not show up to the event.
We should
Yeah.
run through the players, by the way, of like who's going. We never said that.
Yeah, I mean I have them up on screen so everyone can see them.
Oh, it is on screen. Okay, no, we're good.
Yeah.
Continue.
So yeah,
Wow,
we got
it's
our
a podcast.
That's true. All right,
Yeah,
for
people are
those
supposed to be
listening
listening to
at
this
home, we have 4 Melee players and 4 Smash 4 players. The 4 Melee players in order of ranking are Armada, Mango, Plup, and Lucky. And then Smash 4
Whoa,
players.
Players in
Did you
order
just
of
put, did you just put Plup behind Mango
Like-
and Armada? I think it should be Plup, Armada, Mango, Lucky.
Yeah.
Wow.
We're ranking them.
Wow. Plup over Armada? That doesn't even make sense.
Plop's like number 2 on PR, I think.
All right.
Correct me if I'm wrong.
Yeah, let's go. I was going by, let's say, all-time rankings. Let's go
Oh,
with that.
Oh, you're one of those people.
Well, we have to go by
Then
history,
you put
right?
Mango in
Because
front of Armada, right?
no.
no,
Mango's
no,
the
no.
goat.
Armada is the best player of all time.
Wow. That's a debate.
It's not really a debate.
Yeah, it's not.
All right, and then same treatment for Smash 4. We have Zero, MK Leo, Mr. R, and Abadango.
That's an acceptable order.
Yeah, I figure there's not much argument on that one. So
You could maybe switch Abadango and Mr. R, but 99% of people will tell you you'd be wrong.
yeah, yep. It really depends when you ask the question. I think right now there's not much.
Okay.
Right now, Mr. R, I think.
I was I was on Twitter reading about this, and this kind of blew my mind, mostly because I've been in the Smash scene since Brawl. Someone said, I can't believe they picked Mr. R. He's such a boring player to watch.
Wow, that's
And-
weird to hear. He's like,
I know. He's like the flashiest, most exciting Brawl player to watch.
yeah, he is.
Well, I haven't
He's
seen
known
much
for
of his-
being like the flashiest brawl player, like straight up.
Okay, well, I haven't seen much of his brawl play, but in Smash 4, he just plays Sheik and.
But
or
even then,
Courier
he's like for a long time, especially like when I was still watching Smash 4 more, he was like the most technical Sheik. Like
Okay.
he was doing crazy stuff. He was like advancing the meta. I don't know.
Yeah.
I think
I
and
don't
the
know.
nature of
I-
Sheik is unfortunate. But
Sheik is kind of boring to watch in Smash 4.
I kind of was shocked by that. I was like, wait,
yeah.
is Mr. R boring now? 'Cause I remember back when like Force Majeure came out and he was making all his combo videos. And he
Yeah.
was like the coolest player ever. And he invented platform canceling and like just did it for the hell of it. And
Yeah, ramen canceling. It's named after him.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mr. R is.
See, I didn't follow the Brawl competitive scene, so this is all news to me.
Yeah, Mr. R is like dope as hell in Brawl. Go look up his combo videos. Like they're all awesome.
Yeah,
Is it better
they
than
are.
Salem versus Mewtwo King? That's like the one Brawl match I know.
Very different.
Yeah,
These
combo
are
videos.
combo videos.
I know they are.
But
Yeah, I
No,
was
they're
shocked Nairo didn't get in HBox. No, those are the two for me. And the fact there are only 8 players.
Yeah.
yeah. So that'll be cool. When's E3 again?
Like the beginning of June. I don't know when the dates are.
I know Nintendo's thing is June. No, the Smash Invitational was June 12th.
12th, yeah. Okay. Cool.
People are also speculating that there's going to be a part 2 to this, like to the challengers. They're going to announce 8 more challengers.
Yeah, I could see
But-
that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they're gonna be like a bunch of YouTubers that we've never heard of, but like the kids go nuts or something.
That would explain, because like a bunch of people are saying, since Nintendo's a brand or Mewtwo King's a Nintendo brand ambassador, like he makes a lot of sense. So if they did like the YouTuber route for the other 8, since Mewtwo King's a Nintendo brand ambassador, technically he'd be a YouTuber, not a Smash player.
That
in
would be.
Nintendo's eyes.
Would that rectify it, Dan? If
Maybe.
Mewtwo King got brought on as one of the secret ones, can Mewtwo
Maybe.
King keep that under wraps?
I mean,
I'm sure he can. Sure. But yeah. All right, let's move on. Walmart messed up.
Walmart messing up, I think is kind of hilarious.
Yeah. This is probably the single biggest leak in video game history, according to this article. Where basically Walmart accidentally showed on their website a product listing for a whole bunch of E3 games that haven't been announced yet.
Spoilers.
Yeah, major
Yeah,
spoilers.
ahead.
Yeah, you've already been spoiled if you read the title of this article that I have open on here. But yeah, Gears of War 5, Borderlands 3, Rage 2, Splinter Cell, Assassin's Creed, all sequels.
Right.
Well, they would probably only show like the sequels are going to be like what grabs people's attention, so they would probably only put the sequels in the title because people aren't going to be like, "What is this new?"
Well, I'm scrolling through the whole list here. They're all sequels.
Oh, damn.
Ooh, including Super Smash Bros.
So is this a reboot of Splinter Cell?
I don't know.
Okay, it just says Splinter Cell. Yeah, it's a reboot. Interesting. Okay.
Yeah, wow, there's like a whole bunch of placeholder art here.
Lerone, what is this?
That's the official Rage Twitter. They made sure to get on this.
Wow.
That's kind of funny that they're like.
Yeah, that's pretty much. I mean, I guess like once it's out there, right?
At least they're good guys about it.
Yeah, they're being good sports.
Yeah, good sports. That's the phrase.
So, there's not much to say about this. There's.
I mean, it's probably like.
Are there any games that you guys are surprised that were leaked? You know?
Well, I don't know what this is telling us about like when these games are coming out.
It's more
Like,
of E3 reveals, I guess.
Why would they have the product on their website if they weren't going to be selling the product soonish?
Well, there are a lot of games at E3 that were released like in that time frame, but the fact that they were announced at E3, it brings hype. Remember KH3 back in 2013, or Final Fantasy the Final Fantasy VII remake.
Yeah,
that was announced.
Once games are announced, it's not uncommon for websites like Walmart or Amazon to have a placeholder like there for them, so you could be like notified when it goes on sale or whatever. Like, that's really common. So usually, right after a game is announced, like you can look them up on like Amazon and whatever.
There's a placeholder for the Yoshi game and Smash Switch on Amazon.
Yeah.
So it actually is meaningless when it comes to release date.
Yeah, the release dates are it's all placeholder crap, but it's almost certainly all E3 stuff since it's a bunch of games that haven't been announced yet.
So like the fact that Metroid Prime 4 is on the list, so I mean the game's coming out in 2018.
No, it does not. Well, actually, Nintendo said that they were going to focus on games releasing in 2018 for their E3 conference.
I would love Metroid Prime 4 coming out in 2018.
I don't
seems
pretty unlikely, but
yeah.
All we got is a logo last time, so I have a feeling we're a ways away.
I'm inclined to agree.
Yeah, I could be optimistic, but I don't think that optimism is very realistic.
Yeah.
I guess Metroid Prime 4 coming out in 2018. Pokemon coming out in 2018.
That's a fever dream. Like, that's not happening.
That's actually a pipe dream.
Pipe dream, yeah. I don't know why I said fever dream. Might be. Yeah. I don't understand how like companies make mistakes like this, but how do you not have like safeguards in place? Did somebody do this intentionally or like internally, like they wanted it to happen? I don't know.
Why?
I don't know. Why do people leak anything?
There's plenty of reasons.
And maybe this guy had reasons to want to leak it. I don't know why he wouldn't just anonymously leak it and rather than publish it on the Walmart website. It's a little risky if you're just leaking, I guess.
Leave an anonymous leak.
I suppose. Yeah, I suppose.
Should we run through these games too? About what was leaked?
Yeah. You want to? Let's do a really quick run through. All right. Yeah, I'll just fire them off.
Okay.
And yeah. How about I fire them all off and we say like yay or nay if we care. All right.
Okay.
All right. Assassin's Creed.
All right. Wait. Okay. So apparently Origins was good. So I'm more inclined to pay attention to this Assassin's Creed.
We have to know more like what it is.
Apparently it's
supposedly a spin-off that's going to be about ancient Greece.
That I'm actually hyped for that because I love Greek mythology.
Yeah, could be interesting, I guess.
I can't imagine it's going to get into the mythology. I think it's going to get more into like the culture and architecture.
Yeah, it's probably going to be, yeah.
Well, that's fine. But in Origins, there were like Egyptian gods and stuff that you have to fight. What I've seen of the game, so maybe it's the same, and maybe it'll be the same in this game.
That's actually kind of cool.
Yeah, I've only played, so.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
Splinter Cell.
I have no opinion.
I know nothing about it. Yeah. Just Cause 4.
Unfortunately, I haven't played it.
Oh, Just Cause 4. That's like a Square Enix thing.
Well,
No opinion
2
of that either.
was quality. I never got to 3. I heard it was meh.
I never played a Just Cause game, but I did play the Just Cause 2 demo that was released.
How was it?
This would have been like my sophomore or freshman year of high school, so like 8 years ago. Jesus.
Yeah, we're old.
Yeah.
It was the most fun I've ever had with a game demo. That game was
2 is a quality game.
All right.
I never played a Just Cause game.
I'm gonna keep this
Or
moving
the
along
demo.
here. Destiny Comet.
Huh.
Well, it's never played Destiny, and I
Yeah.
don't plan to. So
Yep. All right. Borderlands. Borderlands 3.
I
is
didn't
apparently
hate
the big one.
Borderlands 2. Mitch isn't here to give his rant, so.
Yeah, I didn't hate Borderlands 2 either. So. Well, I
Yeah, no,
I kind of did because I got
I said
stuck.
I didn't hate it.
I wish
Oh.
I like. I really like the whole idea of it and the art style and the comedy and whatever. It's cool, but
Yeah, I actually the art's cool.
yeah, it does
Yeah, I've
it
seen-
does a lot of things very right.
I've seen a lot of gameplay of Borderlands. I've just never played it, unfortunately. But
And has good
I
co-op
agree with
modes
what
and
you guys
stuff.
said. Yeah, I like the art style and the humor.
Yeah. All right. Lego DC Villains.
I don't care.
Yeah, that's a puff.
Lego is an awesome game when you're 12. Like,
Yeah, Lego
games
Star
are
Wars was
consistently-
fire.
Yeah.
Lego games are consistently good
Yep.
That's
at
what I
what
hear.
they're trying to do.
Yep.
Okay.
Actually, from a storytelling standpoint, Lego games are really impressive because they don't use any dialogue, but they still are able to tell the story that they're trying to tell really well.
That's pretty cool.
So they're kind of impressive from a art and story.
They're also shockingly comprehensive in content.
Yeah.
Like the Lego Marvel game is insane. There's like 120 playable characters or something like that.
They're great games for when you're 12 years old. Probably the best game for a 12-year-old. Go out and buy your 12-year-old Lego DC Villains when it comes out.
Yeah. And buy me it too. Rage 2.
I have no idea what this is.
I know nothing about it, yeah.
Know nothing about this.
Alright,
First time I've heard of this thing.
Dragon Quest 2, well, that's probably meant to be
Probably
something.
Builders too.
Yeah.
And I don't care about that.
Yep. Forza Horizon 5, lol. The
Okay.
Division 2.
Mm.
Don't really care.
Yeah, Gears of War 5.
That's another big one.
Yeah, that one's surprising. But
Hey.
I actually didn't know that Gears of War 4 was ever released, to be honest.
Wow.
2 years ago.
4 is definitely a quality game.
Is that the one with Laura Bailey?
Who?
Uh-huh. Yeah, Gears of War 3 is lit, but
I find the what they're saying in the thing, in a little snippet about Gears of War 5, actually really interesting. Because it's saying that Halo 6 and Halo 6 and the Fable reboot were supposed to be Microsoft's rumored big announcement leak for those, but there was a leak for Gears of War 5, which wasn't a rumored Microsoft announcement.
huh,
Yeah, I heard people talk about Halo 6. That's interesting.
yeah, that is pretty interesting actually. Maybe.
So does that means that there's a good chance they aren't talking about either of those there, which means there's a good chance that those aren't coming anytime soon.
All right, here, wait. Random crazy theory. What if a whole bunch of these sequels was just Walmart being thorough and it's it has nothing to do with reality. It's more of just in case because they don't actually know. It's
just
well,
BS
dude,
on all these
probably
sequels.
not true, but it is not outside of the realm of possibility that at least some of these are nonsense. Maybe.
Didn't Rage kind of deconfirm that with their tweet?
Well,
Like, they got a couple details wrong.
Yeah,
hard
Rage did
hard to
deconfirm.
say, to be honest. Hard to say.
Okay.
But I don't know. Maybe I'm just putting it out there.
I doubt that happened, Jake, but
All right, I'm gonna continue. Dreams for the PS4. I have no idea
I
what
don't know
that
what
is.
the hell
Okay.
that is.
so Dreams is a new IP by the same guys who made Little Big Planet and Tearaway.
Oh, I do know about that. Okay, well we already
Yeah.
know. We already know about it.
Yeah, this is the already known
Oh,
list.
this is the already known list. You're right. Yeah, the already known list, but are now seem more likely that will be talked about at E3. So
Metroid Prime 4.
Metroid Prime
So-
4 is on the list. NBA 2K18, Smash Bros. Switch, The Last of Us
What-
Part 2, Insurgency
What is
Sandstorm.
Insurgency Sandstorm?
I have no idea.
No one knows. Okay.
I don't know. I was
Uh,
hoping someone else
Okay,
would
what
know.
is hold on, what is
It's a
Scalebound?
sequel to Insurgency, made by New World Interactive. Looks like a war-based shooter.
Wow.
Someone help me
That's
out here.
pretty
What is Scalebound?
Scalebound is the IP that Microsoft showed for Xbox One with the dudes with the dragons. I don't know if you guys remember that.
I do not at all.
It looked really cool, but Microsoft discontinued it for like reasons.
Dang.
I'm gonna share it in the Discord chat. Hold on.
WWE 2K19, Final Fantasy VII Remake, and
Okay.
Beyond Good and Evil 2.
So WWE has I'm not sure which one I played, but it has one of the best character creators of like any game.
Huh.
Just throwing that out there.
Also,
And
it
by
also
best, I mean,
apparently
like,
has the
fun.
best being the worst. So by best you mean
the
like
trailer.
so by best you mean it's actually awful.
I don't know. No, you could just do a lot with it, and like just I remember laughing my ass off just making really dumb fucking characters in that game.
Right. Mirage said it in the chat. Scalebound was a Devil May Cry game with dragons supposed to be player, and Microsoft fucked us over by canceling it basically.
I mean, they saw the project as not. I mean, if they didn't think the project was going to make good money, they canceled it. They
It
know
looked
more. They know.
really cool though.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of games that have looked really cool, but it turned out they couldn't make it work, or
Yeah.
they didn't have the resources to finish it, or the vision was too grand and it was unachievable, or the team wasn't up to it. You know, stuff like that happens. Somebody else will take that idea at some point in time down the line and make it into a game. Don't worry.
Maybe.
It'll probably happen. Like, I mean, Nintendo never released the games. I mean, Microsoft never released the game, so like, it's not like there's a copyright or something to worry about. So, indie dev, get on that or something. Yeah.
So what were you guys talking about earlier? WWE 2019.
Yeah, I mean,
Sorry
I
to
was just
interject.
saying. I was just saying the WWE character creators fun. They did that right.
I know the WWE series has some of the worst microtransactions of any like console game. Period. They have a very heavy pay to win model where you can actually pay to like upgrade moves to make them just better.
Yeah, I mean it's a fighting game, but due to the limitations of the genre, it kind of has to suck. Like it can't be just the mechanics can't be very good just because they're fundamentally flawed.
Yeah, it's very slow paced. Because, it's trying to imitate wrestling, which is not very fast paced compared to a video game.
Mm-hmm.
I've never played a WWE game, and I have no interest in wrestling.
Yeah, I've never played any of them.
Right, Mirage Leonardo brought this up in chat. Did we? We're not talking about this, but yeah, there's a new Monster Hunter. Well, it's not a new Monster Hunter game.
Yeah, we did
but,
mention that in one of the podcasts. I thought.
Well, no, this is a new quote unquote
Yeah, this
Monster
is-
Hunter game.
Oh,
new news.
okay. This
This
is
is
stuff.
new. So this is it's Monster Hunter Generations for the Switch, which is a 3DS game, but it's like being ported over to the Switch. I don't think it's a sequel. Let me make sure.
Hold up.
Well, while you check up on it, I'm going to move forward to just a quick little chat about Smash Summit 6. So for those who don't know what this is, and I don't blame you if you don't, Smash Summit 6 is a Super Smash Bros. Melee tournament invitational that happened over this past weekend that featured, I think 10
16.
no, hold on. I'm 10 people who were invited directly, like just, asked to come to the event by the people hosting it, which is basically the top 10 best who could come. And then there were 6 players who were then voted in by the community, which could be anyone in the whole scene, to come and compete.
There's certain qualifications you have to meet.
Yeah, that's right. There
which
are
is why it
certain.
was a huge controversy when ESAM made it in, because ESAM upset a bunch of people and made top 32 at Big House something, and that was how he qualified for voting.
You're right.
You need to get into top. I think it's top certain tournaments are considered qualifiers for Summit in order to be eligible for voting.
Okay. But there is a pretty decent sized pool of people who are available to make it in, is the idea. Especially, at least in the top 100 Melee players, many qualify.
Yeah, well, number 100 got voted in.
Yeah, that's right. So
Toussaint is number 100.
yeah, Toussaint is number 100. So of the people,
he posted on Twitter after Smash Summit that his worst loss this entire year has been in number 52. So he has a pretty strong case of not being number 100 next year.
That's pretty cool. But anyway, finishing out what this. So this was a significant event for a couple of reasons. One of the people who was invited, named Zane, who is a Marth player.
Voted in.
Yeah, voted in. Sorry,
That's
voted
an
in.
important distinction. He
Very
was not
important
invited.
distinction. And what's he rank overall in the top 100? Where's he at?
20 something, I think.
I don't know.
So Zane is interesting for a couple reasons. One, he's like most of the people in this who are voted in are top 20 players, minus a few. Well, really, other than Toussaint, Ginger, yeah, Toussaint and Ginger.
I mean, okay, we could just look at the vote-ins. Ginger got last, Toussaint got last, Hugs got last, None got second to last.
Yeah.
Amsa did pretty good, actually.
Yeah, Amsa did good.
Amsa. Those are the vote-ins.
Yeah. Zane.
Zane's the last vote-in.
Zane's the last vote-in. Zane got 3rd place.
Zane Crankasser?
Yeah, Zane went on a run. He beat Plup, who is arguably...
He's top 3.
Top 3.
Inarguably top 3.
Yeah, he's top 3 in the world. So he beats Plup, who's top 3 in the world. He also beat Axe, who's very... Or not Axe, Mango. Who is top 5 without any argument. Yeah. Top 5 in the world. And yeah, he held his own. He did okay against Mewtwo King and Armada, who are also both top 5 players. And yeah, Zane did absolutely amazing, beyond anyone's expectations. And he's been playing the game for 4 years.
He's been playing the game for less time than I have.
Same. He's our age. He's 22.
Yeah. Yep, and he's been playing the game for less time. So how about that? He started playing when we were like freshmen in college.
Right.
Jeez.
That's like when I started trying.
Yeah. And
dang, I could have been good.
Yeah. So Zane is shocking. Yes, he has a sexy Marth. Rico Snow is right.
His Marth is sexy.
It is the sexiest Marth, for sure.
He's also innovating Marth a lot. Like,
yeah,
if you look
like
at
crazy.
The bracket, he's been playing. Mewtwo King's the one who ended up winning the tournament. Spoiler alert, it's on the screen. You know.
Yeah. Which is also crazy, but we'll get into that.
Yeah. King has been playing Marth more or less the same way, with like slight improvements since like 2007.
Zane is 22. Finally found him.
Zane is doing a lot of work in terms of innovating the movement options that Marths are going to be going for, like
Right.
in the future.
Yeah.
Like he's incorporating a lot of this advanced technique
Yeah.
called edge canceling, where you prematurely end the egg flag of your moves by sliding off of an edge.
It's very precise too.
And like, yeah, it's very precise, very difficult, and he does it just for funsies in between stocks. He'll just be like, I'm gonna edge cancel 5 down airs while my opponent's respawning.
Yeah.
But
But he also does it as like part of his game, and he
yes,
very
and
effectively, and like it nets
and
him
it's part
things
of
that
his-
other Marths wouldn't be getting.
Yeah. So he's just this super exciting Marth to watch. Like if you're an aspiring Marth main, look at him
Yeah.
in all of his glory.
Zane is paving the way of the future for this character.
His
And
movement
it's
was insane.
amazing. It's amazing to see. Yeah,
Yeah.
he has for somebody who's been playing the game for 4 years, I think it's pretty easy to say he might have the best movement of anyone who's been playing the game for that short amount of time. Like it's
Yeah.
kind of unbelievable.
He's doing with Marth. He's doing to Marth with edge canceling what Plup did to Sheik with shield dropping.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah,
Yep.
I could agree with that.
Yeah, but even
nuts.
yeah, he's really good. But
Fun
I guess
fact, edge canceling is my favorite mechanic in Melee. Like it's my favorite advanced tactic.
yeah, I think it's mine too.
I think edge canceling is the neatest thing in the world.
I agree 100%. Edge canceling is awesome. So is wall jumping, but
So I mean, Mewtwo King. Do you want to talk about Mewtwo King a little bit now?
yeah. So Mewtwo King.
Hello, Armada.
All right, I guess there's a little bit of history to talk
Like I
about
said,
there.
Mewtwo King has been playing Marth incredibly effectively, but the same way for the last 7 years, or since 2007. So for the last 11 years.
Yeah.
And Mewtwo King, for a very brief time, he was the best player in the world, and it was like a year-long period of dominance back in like 2008, I think. Then he's been a top 5 player, and no one's really argued against his top 5 spot. But that's like he never had a lot of really breakout performances in his tenure as a top 5 player. Like he would place how you would expect a top 5 player to place, which is behind 1 through 4.
Right. Placing 5th through 3rd at so many tournaments.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And one of the biggest roadblocks in his way is this guy named Armada, who is pretty okay at the game, by a lot of people's measure.
Pretty okay at the game.
He's all right. Yeah.
Arguably the best player to ever touch the game of all time.
Yeah, absolutely. Arguably the best player. Last year, or in 2017, he was ranked number 2 below HBox, but HBox had an amazing 2017. Like past 4 years, let's say, there is no arguing against Armada being the best player in the world.
Yeah.
Yep.
And Mewtwo King has historically struggled a lot against Armada. He's had flashes of brilliance. Actually, at a different summit, he 3-0'd Armada in winners bracket, and then got double eliminated by Armada in grand finals.
Yeah. He has faced Armada in grand finals numerous times to fail.
Yeah.
Even from winner's side.
Basically, the favorites going to this tournament were Plup, Armada, and Hungrybox. Pretty much, you ask any Melee fan who's going to win, they're going to give you one of those 3 names going into this tournament.
Yep.
Plup, amazing 2018, arguably the best 2018 of any player, around. Hungrybox had the best 2017 of any player, and I just talked about Armada. So those were the 3 obvious choices to win. you notice that Plup got knocked out
By Armada.
at
He took 5th.
At 5th place.
Tied with
Hungrybox
Leffen.
got knocked out. Yeah. Leffen would have also if they didn't say one of those three, they would have said Leffen.
Yep.
Hungrybox got knocked out at 4th, which is kind of surprising. But he started off in losers bracket, which basically means he did really bad on days
Who did he lose to?
one.
Was it Mango?
AMSA.
He lost to Mango
Right.
and AMSA.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
AMSA beating Hungrybox is huge. I don't think we want to spend the entire night on this topic, so
Yeah.
I've already spent way too much time talking about this, but yeah. AMSA beating Hungrybox was huge.
But to finish off on
we didn't even
Mewtwo
talk
King.
about AMSA like at all in this tournament.
Yeah, AMSA did great.
There's so much. There's this. Okay, just like I'm not exaggerating. This is the craziest Melee tournament I've ever seen.
It's way up there.
If you're like,
It's up
if
there.
you're like, wait, what is going on with this tournament? Just watch. I mean, it doesn't really make sense without context, I guess. But like, there's just so many things that are like, wait, what? That happened at this tournament.
Right, at a tournament that only has 16 people at it. Like sometimes you see like a whole bunch of crazy stuff happen at like 1,000-person tournament, but like this is 16 people, and this much stuff happened
Like Westfall,
of interest.
yeah.
The craziest thing before this was Plup winning the most recent tournament that happened. What was it? Was it Genesis? Yeah,
Yeah,
Genesis.
Plup
Okay.
Genesis, which was nuts.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was less nuts than this by far.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I guess like it's to circle this back around,
I mean-
Mewtwo King has just fell short of winning what is known as a super major, where like a tournament where all of the best players are in attendance, and it's a big tournament with a big pot, big stakes. And Mewtwo King never gets that first place finish at any tournaments that are of that scale. He just
since we
hasn't.
introduced the super major to our Smash vernacular, he hasn't won one. He
Right.
has won tournaments that would have been considered super majors if we had those back then.
Right.
But like it was Big House 3 that he won.
But that was Big House 3. Even then, that's his last win.
No, I swear, he 6-0'd Leffen. It was the craziest shit.
I remember this.
But
Yeah, but I don't think that would have been considered a super major, because I think like Leffen was there, but like other people weren't.
That was PAX something.
Yeah, that was PAX.
PAX East.
I misunderstood what you meant when you said he hasn't won.
Yeah, sorry, I didn't mean he hasn't won anything. He hasn't won like something that could even be considered a super major.
Canada Cup is not. Canada Cup's definitely a major. No one would call it a super major, but
yeah, major.
He won Canada Cup. But yeah.
But yeah, point is, if you can go ahead, if you were to go and watch the last game, and after it's over, like you can kind of get a feel for like Mewtwo King didn't believe that he had won, because that's not something that happens. He doesn't get first place in these giant tournaments with huge prize pools. So it was a really big deal.
Was it DreamHack that Mewtwo King got like second or third or something, and that was like a really big deal? He was playing out of his mind.
Yeah, for like second. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that was like the last like.
Yeah, that was, and that's right. Yeah.
2 or 3 Mewtwo placement that Mewtwo King did.
Yeah, and I think that's one of the ones where he went into grand finals on winner side and got 6-0'd by Armada, or like 6-1'd or something.
Right.
Or Armada just kind of trashed him in grand finals.
Armada's been a big demon for Hungrybox, and
Mewtwo King.
If you watch his 2 sets against Armada at this tournament, they are grueling sets where, Mewtwo King, like, Armada's living to 200% plus.
Right. Yeah, he had 256% in a stock.
Kind of the nature of Marth Peach. Peach will kill Marth at like 100, 150, between 100 and 150. Marth has to get Peach up to like 200 before.
That reminds me of one more thing that's worth mentioning about Mewtwo King's run here. Mewtwo King, for those who don't know, is a dual main. He mains Marth and he mains Sheik. A lot of his fans tell him to go Marth. And partially is because his Marth is not only more fun to watch, but is arguably his better character. And he'll sometimes seemingly inexplicably choose to go Sheik, where it really feels like it wasn't the best choice. It might be the best choice theoretically via matchup wise, but maybe not the best choice for him at that moment.
He goes Fox.
And this time, yeah, but this tournament, he went all Marth, 100% Marth, which is very interesting. And look, he won, and people even pointed that out to him afterwards. He's like, yeah, maybe I will do more Marth. It's like, okay.
Hey.
We'll take it.
We'll take it. Yeah.
And Mango similarly. Mango's a.
Oh yeah, he played Fox. I forgot about that.
No Fox. He played
Mango.
Falco. I'm sorry, he played Falco.
Yeah, he played all Falco.
Mango posted on Twitter after this tournament that he's going all Falco from now on, which he's done. He's made similar statements before about how he's doing this thing from now on instead. It never lasts. Around this time last year, he said he was dropping Falco for Marth. That lasted like 2 tournaments, and he's like, "No, I'm a Falco Fox co-main again." And he was a Falco Fox co-main for a while. Then this happened, and he was like, "Yeah, I'm gonna be a Falco solo main."
To be fair, if you watched, I can understand him saying that, especially after his first set with Hungrybox.
Yeah.
Falco versus Puff.
Tighter than
that was awesome.
Yeah.
And he showed. I think he showed in many ways how Falco can be used in that matchup, and it was pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
Like, if you guys didn't know, like in the Melee community, like Falco is one of those characters that it's kind of dying in terms of popularity with like top players.
Yeah.
Because there's just West Balls.
I think Falco's like 4th or 5th, honestly. Like, he's been 2nd on the tier list for basically since the game started. I put him in my own personal tier list, which means nothing because I suck at this game. I put him at 4.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I agree at 4.
I put Falco with 2, but okay.
I put Marth at 2.
Yeah, Marth is too easy in my book.
Yeah, I think Marth is 2. Sheik is 3. Sheik.
That's my exact.
Yeah, Sheik is 3, and then Falco, and then Puff. That's what I feel like for top 5.
We have the exact same top 5.
I'd say Fox, Falco, then Marth, Sheik, then Puff.
Well, a lot of people would agree with you.
So, Hungrybox actually put, like, Hungrybox, when he made his tier list on Twitter, like, people were like, why are you putting Puff so low? Or, like, why are you putting this character at this place? And he said that your matchup against Fox specifically is more important than any of your other matchup spreads. And so, like, I kind of take that. That's kind of how I feel about the tier list, which is why I put Marth at number 2, because he does the best against Fox.
Yeah, he more importantly doesn't, like, Fox doesn't have anything against Marth that's, like, horrible for Marth. Unlike most of the rest of the cast, where Fox has something just brutal.
So, like, Falco might do better against, Marth, Sheik, Puff, and, like, I don't know. Falco might do better against those characters than Marth does, but Marth does better against Fox than Falco does. So that's a big boon for Marth.
Yep.
Yeah, that's good. That's good thinking to have. I don't know. I just in my head, like, Falco's a spacey. He's number 2.
You've got it ingrained in your head. It's been so long where that's been the status quo, but look at it. Falco isn't succeeding in the meta as much anymore. Falco is harder to get into the meta with. especially than
Yeah.
Marth. Like Marth was a
Although-
dying character for a while and still kind of is
I-
less
Who?
so popular, but
I still
Marth
think
is
Marth
starting to
is-
make a comeback. Like Marth is
A little
coming
bit.
back,
Making a big comeback.
and Zane is like the embodiment of that.
Well, every single up and coming player plays either Marth or Fox,
That is true.
except for like. I was gonna say Diskid, but is he really an up and coming player?
This
I
kid's
wouldn't
been playing
consider
for a
this
long
kid
time.
up
Yeah,
and
I don't
coming.
think he's up and coming. He's still
Well, I
kind of
would
shaky anyway. I mean,
Yeah.
he's been having like some breakout tournaments in recent history, but
It's not enough.
Yeah, pretty much every single up and coming player plays either Fox or Marth.
yeah, Marth is a
More
big
of them play
deal.
Fox.
Yeah, Fox is he's the most
Fox is
common.
the
He's the
default.
most common character. Yeah,
Yeah.
played in this game, but it's fine. The Marth players will be laughing when their hands still work in 5 years. So there's
Fight
that,
for
and
the
then eventually the meta will become all Puff because it's the easiest character on your hands.
God, please, no.
Puff Dittos, man. There you go. Something you
That's
literally never
awful.
see because.
It's so awful.
Oh man, if Toussaint had won his first 2 sets in the bracket, he could have Puff Ditto'd HBox.
He did Puff Ditto HBox in pools.
Oh, did they?
Mango.
No, Toussaint
Toussaint.
and
Mm,
HBox.
Two. H-bot. Oh.
Toussaint and HBox played a set. HBox won, but it was kind of close.
I feel like a
Okay.
Puff Ditto, like between 2 really good Puffs, can only be close. I don't know why I feel that way. Like it doesn't feel like Puff's punish game on Puff isn't like.
It's awful.
I
Actually.
haven't seen enough
It's-
matches of Puff v Puff, but I know it's awful.
Well, it
There's a lot
You
of
can get
trading,
into-
like
you
naturally.
can get into an infinite rest trade loop, and like that's
God.
Yeah, if you're like by the edge, you just can't rest in that matchup because you could get into that loop.
Yeah, it sounds awful.
Yeah.
so like the thing that makes Puff exciting is almost a non-factor in the Puff Ditto.
Right.
Unless if you have the lead, you should just go for the rest.
Yeah, if you have the
If
lead,
you're
you should go for the
behind,
rest.
like,
But if you're behind, you cannot use rest as a comeback mechanic,
Right.
or not often can you use it as a comeback mechanic in that matchup. So,
Because you just get rested again.
yep.
So
All right, well, I think I think we've talked Summit 6 to death here for the sake of this podcast anyway. Without getting
Right.
too deep, which we've probably already gotten a little too deep.
yeah, we've.
Sorry,
definitely-
any listeners who aren't
we go.
interested in Smash Bros. All right, Nintendo Switch. You can now buy an adjustable charging stand.
why is this a topic?
All right, I found.
Just make this-
Adjustable.
Yeah, it's
Say that one more time, Laura.
What are you adjusting?
the angle.
The Switch itself on the charging stand.
The angle for the. It's basically a kickstand that makes it's like an extra kickstand for the Switch, but you can actually charge your Switch while using it. Because the normal kickstand, and it's better because the normal kickstand's like flimsy and only has one angle, so this one has multiple angles and it's a lot bigger and sturdier. I mean, cool. I only wanted to throw this on there because why doesn't it have an HDMI port on it? Make it a portable
doesn't.
dock. Yeah, no HDMI port. It's just a USB-C pass-through for charging. They could have just
Wow.
chucked a little HDMI port on that guy. Man,
Great product.
then it's a great product. This is boring. All right. And the last topic. Dark Souls 3 mod gives your character a stand, like from JoJo. So this is some weeb stuff, guys. I'm gonna let Julian take it away.
I just thought it was a cool thing to end the podcast on because we usually end it with something funny or ridiculous. So yeah, someone made a mod for Dark Souls 3 that gives your character a stand. You don't know what a
Yep.
stand is. A stand is a personification of your fighting spirit that was introduced in JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Part 3 Stardust Crusaders. Yeah.
Yeah. Like I said,
So
weeb stuff.
there's a parody video of the Dark Souls characters like doing the dance from the first opening of Part 4. Diamond is Unbreakable, and it's pretty funny.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's what the video is in the link that you have on the Twitch chat
Yeah.
open right now. You should watch it. It's funny.